Heading to Hagrid's hut after the Quidditch tryouts, the group revealed the existence of Benny, the Hydra, to the groundskeeper, asking if he could look after the baby creature on their behalf. Warning them that such creatures could be extremely dangerous upon reaching adulthood, Hagrid agreed to look after him in the Forbidden Forest, and that Violet could come and visit whenever she wished. Heading to dinner at the Great Hall, Magnus and Sissel hatched a plan to try and break up Magnus's brother with James Potter in the form of a forgetfulness potion. And heading to the kitchen to try and encourage Creature, the head chef, to help them in their machinations, they discovered something else outside the kitchens. The prone body of Rose Trickwick, a second-year Hufflepuff student, surrounded by ice. As Creature and eventually Madame Abbott were called to assist, Dot and Violet interrogated what Magnus and Sissel were doing alone together, and with poor Ezra caught in the middle of the conflict, both sets of friends stormed off from one another. The next week continued, with the friends separated, each unwilling to talk to one another. Lessons continued on as normal, and Violet discovered from a fellow student called Geraldine Wistmore that her interview with Rita Skeeter had caused something of a sensation among certain students. And meanwhile, Ezra was called to Headmistress McGonagall's office, where they were confronted by one Mr. Matthew Pearson, president of MACUSA, the American ministry. Telling Ezra he simply wanted their father back to the US, he interrogated Ezra for anything they might know about their father and his actions, before firmly being shown the door by the united front of Ezra and Headmistress McGonagall. And meanwhile, those who had tried out for their house Quidditch teams received their long-awaited news. Sissel found herself as a reserve beater, while Magnus found themselves as new keeper to the Slytherin team. But Dot, on the other hand, was not so fortunate. And after being told to try out again next year, she finally broke her silence with Magnus and tearfully confided that she hadn't got in, leading to something of a reunion between the two. And meanwhile, in the Ravenclaw dorms, Sissel and Violet argued about Magnus, Dot, and the treatment of secrets within the group, and after trying and failing to get a word in edgeways, Sissel watched as Violet headed towards the girls' bathrooms, decrying society at large. But asked how she was by a sympathetic Danny, and expressing just how hard it was to be the group's shoulder to cry on, Sissel suddenly felt a chill in the air. And entering, she saw Violet and Bunny standing in the bathrooms, still with fear, surrounded by ice, and a Dementor floating down from above. And Violet, as you stand there, it is as though all hope and joy is drained from the air around you. You hear the door open behind you, but it is like a muffled echo, like sound traveling underwater. Your focus is entirely on the creature in front of you. Now, few things terrify you. Mirrors unnerve you, but this creature that you have read about in books and stories, there are few things that strike fear in your heart so much as Dementors, and now you see one before you. Nothing can prepare you for the sensation of hopelessness you feel. And Sissel, as you come in through the door, Danny just behind you, what are all of you doing?
I want to quickly turn around to Danny. I don't know what that is, but I think you need to go get Professor Flitwick.
Okay. And she just immediately runs out. And as you turn around, you see a number of other students in the dormitory sort of looking in the direction of the bathroom as mist just slowly begins to roll out of its door. Violet, what are you doing?
I think I'm like slowly backing up as much as I can, and I just have no words, and I keep like turning to look at Sam, but then I look away because we just got into a fight. So I'm just like paralyzed with nerves.
The creature in front of you seems to follow you step for step as it just floats in front of you, a skeletal hand reaching out.
Can I try to run at V and body her?
Yeah, go for it.
Like, move her? I don't know.
Yeah, make a hang on, let me
This
find.
is not my good roll, but it's fine.
You've just got beater, it's fine. Make a struggle check for me, please.
Okay. Alright, it's just a flat. Oh, 6. No.
Oh,
You rush forward and you find yourself slipping on the icy floor as you just go careening across and into some of the sinks, and you take -2 to body as your head just hits the sink, and you just see the creature just slowly moving forward. Sissel, it appears to be paying absolutely no attention to you. Its attention is fixed on Violet as it just floats forward.
I mean, she doesn't know Expelliarmus.
How is Expelliarmus gonna
Expelliarmus,
help
expected
against...
Patronus.
I was like, is the Dementor holding a wand?
No, sorry, yeah. The other X.
Got it. Sorry, I have so many X's, I just can't keep them all straight.
Yeah, sometimes it just be like that. Should I? I mean...
It's gonna be random. I mean, you are like a half-blood, right? So you might know
No,
it.
I'm a pure.
Oh, you're pure. You definitely know it. What could go wrong? Like, what could go wrong?
But it's so high.
What could go? What level is
I think
it?
it's Sam.
It's a
Do it,
5th year,
please.
right?
Yeah. Oh my god. See what?
Minus 500 to magic. All right, I guess. Oh no, she heard about it at some point. Doesn't know if it works. Let's try it out.
Okay,
It's a 5th year.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Let me
So we're
yes.
year 2. So is that what is that?
-3.
And then also
Okay.
whatever her magic is as well.
Yeah,
right?
so that'd be just a -1.
See,
I'm
you
sorry,
got this in the
we-
bag.
you got this.
9. Oh.
So the spell succeeds, but with side effects. So choose 2.
Cool.
A player takes condition. It has a diminished effect. Someone is alerted, or your wand is thrown across the room. So
All right,
2.
yeah, we're gonna definitely alert somebody. Like, hello, get in here, and just throw the wand. I'll go grab it.
Okay. So bringing your wand up, you just focus, and as you do so, your wand just shakes in your hand as it just rattles around, and it suddenly flies from your hand just as this silvery burst of light flies forward in the direction of this creature. And as it does so, Violet, you start to feel the breath start to leave your throat just as the light just hits this creature, and it just and it flies back, smashing into the window of the dormitory toilets, and just flies out into the dark night sky as your wand just skitters on the ground as the two of you are left alone.
Like, rush over to her, holding my head. Like, ow. Vic, are you okay?
V doesn't say anything. She's just shocked.
She's just gonna like hug her, like just sit there and hug her.
As you're doing this, and as you look in the direction of the now broken window pane, Sissel, you start to hear whispers in the back of your mind. Very soft, indistinguishable at first, and then, I'm scared. Oh, Professor Downfellow, please don't. I don't want to die. Mummy. I want my mummy. I'm scared. And as this is happening, and as they slowly start to dissipate, the door opens as you see Danny enter, followed by a very, very bedraggled looking Professor Flitwick, who appears to be wearing a nightgown, a stripy blue and white one, as he just walks in and he just... What's going on? Dan, you told me that, Miss Slughorn, Miss Anya, are you both all right?
There is a Dementor.
I beg your pardon. I don't think I heard you correctly. What was that you said?
A Dementor.
Now, Miss Anya, that is a very serious statement to make.
I wouldn't lie.
Make a convince for me.
What is that? Mind? No. Heart, soul, heart. Eight.
He just looks at you and then over towards the window and the wand on the floor. And as he does so, he starts to take in the ice all around that is creeping over the mirrors and the cubicle doors, and even the taps seem to have just a few of them, which sort of had water dripping down, have frozen in place. Well, both of you come out. Miss Anya, fetch your wand. Everyone, into the common room, please. Out of the dormitory now. And all of the students begin to file their way out. All of them sort of looking in the direction of the both of you in the dormitory toilets. What are the two of you doing?
I'm gonna help V up first, and then go grab my wand.
Yeah, I still haven't said a word. I'm just terrified.
Ezra, from your room, you start to hear some commotion from outside as you hear a couple of students coming in and, hey, everyone, we're apparently all gathering in the common room, so everyone, come on. And everyone slowly starts to file out. As you look once more in the direction of the window, looking out towards the astronomy tower, where you once again see the very faint blue silhouette of the Grey Lady just floating outside the astronomy tower. But students are slowly moving past you. Ezra, what are you doing?
I'm transfixed at the lady, or the silhouette floating out there, not understanding, but hear the urgency of the meeting, and I rush to find my friends. I rush to find Sissy and V.
So, Sissel and V, are you making your way towards the common room?
Yeah, slowly. I'm not quite touching V because remembering our argument, but I'm like walking next to her, just silently.
So, Ezra, as you come out of your dormitories, you see your friends just in amongst the group of students that are filing out of the dormitories on the other side of the common room, as this round room full of books and blue rugs is filled with students, as Professor Flitwick makes his way forward. And you can see that he currently has his wand to his temple, and he is currently whispering something to himself as he just moves off towards the entrance of the house.
I want to rush over to Sissy and V and just push my way through everyone to find them.
Ezra, hey.
Do you know what's happening here? I sounded really upset and scared. Did we break something? Is everything okay?
She's gonna just look at V and see if V wants to say anything.
V, are you okay? Did something happen?
Maybe it should have just got me. Why did you stop it, Sissel?
I'm not gonna let it hurt you.
What's it? What happened? Sissy, your head, you have a lump on it. V.
That's fine.
Ezra just notices V is not V right now. V, are you? Can we talk about this maybe later when you feel up to it? I want to be your best friend and I want to be there.
No.
Okay. Okay. Well, I drew you a picture, but I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you later.
Okay.
And I just want to pull Sissy aside. What happened? What's going on?
Do you remember how you all came down to the kitchens area and it was very cold?
Yeah, when we were playing spy and yeah.
So I noticed that again up here. And I found V in the bathroom with a Dementor that was causing that. I don't know if you know what that is.
I think I heard about them a little bit in Defense Against the Dark Arts when I was just reading through books, but they're like ghosty people, but they're not supposed to be here.
No.
What?
I don't know why they're here, and obviously Professor Flitwick just found out, so I don't know if the staff really knows either.
Okay, I know V definitely doesn't want to talk to us right now, but sometimes I can't be there for V all the time because I can't be everywhere at the same time. Can you please keep an eye on her for me?
I'll do my best. She and I had an argument just before.
I mean, I
Really wants to
understand that our friends are just arguing and fighting, and I don't really get why, but
I tried to fix
almost
it, but she wouldn't let me.
But if this thing almost got V, these arguments are silly. V could have died. V could have gotten taken. I don't know what these things do, and I don't think these little arguments need to be keeping us apart like this.
I agree. But I can tell V's still angry with me.
I mean, she doesn't have to. She doesn't have to be happy with all of us right now, or happy with you. But that doesn't mean we can't just keep an eye out for her, even if it's at a distance. If anything happens to V, I don't know what I would do, and I don't know. Just promise me you'll try your best, even if that doesn't mean we're best friends and everyone's best friends. It doesn't matter. We have to protect. We have to protect everyone. We have to protect our group.
I promise.
Thank you.
As this is happening, you see the door to the Ravenclaw common room enter as two more individuals come inside, and Professor Flitwick looks very relieved to see both of them, as Headmistress McGonagall, wearing an emerald green nightgown, and Professor Bleakholm enter. And Professor Bleakholm immediately starts to survey the area as Professor McGonagall looks around. Students, please follow your head of house to Gryffindor common room for the night while we investigate the rooms. Quick, sharp. No. And you see the group of students slowly begin to funnel their way out of the entrance of the common room as the three teachers huddle together, whispering amongst themselves. Are you following?
I'm like scared to get close to V. I want to have eyes on V. What is V doing?
Is it me, you, and Ezra?
Yeah.
I would
assume.
I would grab onto Ezra's shirt, and that's it.
As she does this, Ezra, you feel that V's fingers are icy cold as they just grip onto you.
Okay, let's go where we're supposed to this time and not do anything to get in any trouble. V, I'll try to find some hot chocolate for you, and we don't have to talk about anything, but I know you're cold, and I know you like hot chocolate, and
There's marshmallows.
I'll make sure I get all the marshmallows I can find.
Okay.
So,
She's gonna follow behind them.
as you make your way out, you see the three teachers deep in discussion just look after all the students as you all file out, and you all make your way towards Gryffindor Tower, where, for the rest of the night, you are put up in the various dormitories. Are there any conversations you want to have before you go to sleep?
Ezra's just gonna be writing in their journal. Not really able to sleep and just high anxious and paranoid.
At one point, Ezra's phone goes like, boop, and there's just like 5 pictures of Bimby in like basically the same position that Dot sent, and has been like, look at these.
And I'm just going through and hearting all of them.
So, night falls as eventually, bless you, a new day comes as Dot wakes herself up in the morning, sneezing, as Bimby just tickling her nose with her whiskers. Just
No, I got snot on your face, and I can't wash you. Why have you done this?
she just sort of like bats your nose a little bit and just.
Damn it! I'm just like pick up Bimby and just hold her up in the air. She's Superman. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go. We're gonna go. And then I sit up and I put Bimby on my shoulder and I move her around so she's facing the same way I'm facing.
So, making your way into the Slytherin dungeons and the common room, you can see Vlad is sat on one of the nearby sofas, and looking up, he just waves and, hi, Doc. I was waiting for you and Magnus, before going to breakfast.
Oh, that's nice of you. How come?
I don't, really like to go alone all of the time, and, I like the, company.
Oh, okay. Well, we like having you around as well. We'll just wait for Magnus to come down. I don't know when he really wakes up these days, but hopefully soon. Did you want to see Bimby?
Yeah.
You can see her right now, but you can see her even closer if I come over.
And he just reaches out and just strokes her. And Magnus, what are you doing? Oh, you're muted.
Oh. Hello.
You know, getting up real early.
It's just those muscles. It's just always big muscles overnight.
Now that I have made Keeper, I have an alarm that I've set an hour earlier. And I get up and I do stretches and a little light, very quiet workout in my dorm room.
You got on yesterday.
Yeah.
And I make
I'm
green
really
smoothie
committed.
and an ice shower. And I don't look at my phone for the first hour that I'm awake.
I've started braiding the hair around my face away so that at any moment I can put my hair up and it won't be in my eyes. So I'll be ready to guard some goals whenever needed.
Yeah, whenever it happens so often where just suddenly the situation will occur where you have.
Oh shoot, a ball's coming. Oh, let me get this out of the way. Hold on. And then I'm like light-footed today, just in a really good mood, just hopping down into the room that Dot and Vlad are in. Morning.
Hello.
Morning, Magnus. Your braids are very noisy against your hair.
Noisy?
Yeah, because it's like heavier than the rest of it, so it's like feel.
Oh,
like
you mean noticeable, right?
Yeah, I guess you look like Legolas.
I have legs. I have them.
Okay, so we're gonna hang out over the summer and we're gonna watch a thing, and there's a guy in it and he looks like you and everyone thinks he's really cool, so you would like that. And he's also tall.
It sounds just like me, actually.
Yeah, he doesn't have a beard though, like you have.
I do have a beard.
You do have you have a beard.
Most people have just recognized the mustache, but I do have some coming in right down here.
Yeah, it's like when you like in the mornings, it's like this weird dirt looking like thing, like the 5 o'clock shadow.
Right. I just remembered I forgot to do a trim this morning, so I'm gonna go back and
okay.
trim this up, I guess.
Okay.
He's gonna sulk back to his room and do a little bit of a trim.
You see the other students just kind of like just looking in your direction. There's nothing really to trim. They're all just kind of like.
But I'm like up against the mirror, like.
Yeah.
Magnus like shaves those like hairs that you have when you like like that. Like,
But eventually, you rejoin your friends, and unless there's anything else you want to do you head in the direction of the Great Hall and breakfast?
I put Bimby on Magnus's shoulder.
She sort of gets lost a little bit amongst all of the hair as you just see at one point a small white paw just come out and just start to bat at one of the braids. Just
Don't mess them up, Bimby. Please.
And as you walk up the stairs, accompanied by Vlad, towards the noise of the Great Hall, you walk through into this large space with a beautiful blue sky enchanted above. And as you look around, it is fairly busy, but you notice that the Ravenclaw table is looking relatively sparse, and the few students that sit around it are somewhat shaken. But before you can look out to see if your friends are there, suddenly, Magnus, you feel this large force just hit you from behind as these two arms just wrap around you as your brother just, congratulations.
This is kind of embarrassing.
Well, I've known for a whole week, actually, but Sarah swore me to secrecy. We've been talking all about who's on whose teams and who we're going to be facing off against, but well done.
And you didn't warn me.
No, I didn't warn you. I wanted I wanted you to be as surprised as possible. And, yeah, how you feeling?
Pretty great, actually. I think I did great. You know, you've got a lot of competition this year. I hope you're ready for your winning streak to be cancelled.
Oh, maybe. Well, bring it on. I might have mentioned something to Mum and Dad as well. So maybe keep an eye on today's post.
Oh
maybe.
no, Ian! Why did you do that?
Well, you know,
They're already sending me Slytherin stuff every week. You know, they're gonna send me like 8 brooms.
Hey, look, they're proud. Okay, very proud.
Sometimes I wish they'd go back to just not being proud.
Well, you know, there's still time for that. Depends how much you screw up on the pitch, I suppose.
Yeah, we'll see. And if I don't beat you this year, you better wait, because next year we're going to have Dot as Seeker. And she's fast.
Yeah, Dot, I was sorry to hear that you didn't get on, but better luck next year, perhaps?
Yeah, I know it's going to happen next year.
Cool. Well, I'll let you go have breakfast. By the way, have either of you two seen James? I was meant to meet him today before class.
No, I haven't seen James. You know, he's probably out causing trouble.
Yeah, well, must have forgotten. Anyway, I will see both.
Must have forgotten, you're right. Yep. Forgetful one, that guy is. Very forgetful. I've got to go. I'm deathly hungry. I've been working out upstairs this morning. Training.
I can see.
I mean downstairs.
I think... Is that muscle? Or no, that's just a fold of clothing. Never mind. Anyway, I'll see you later.
All right. Get on out of here, you git.
He just sort of pats you on the back as he walks past the three of you, as you are once again left at the entrance of the Great Hall. What are you doing?
The 3 of us?
No, the...
okay, I was like,
Vlad and Dot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Dot, I completely forgot. Yesterday, when we all met, the team met in the locker rooms, we were given these pins that show what position we got. I've got the one that says keeper, and he shows her. It's under his lapel.
Dot was like looking down, waiting for him to like pull out like a pen from his pocket.
And I may have nabbed a seeker one for you.
So next year
I know
I'll
it's
have
not
2.
official. You didn't actually get the position, but I thought you might have fun styling it and figuring out ways to style it for next year.
Yeah, I
And
was
he's gonna
wear it
hold
all
out
the
the
time.
seeker pin for her.
Thank you so much.
But don't tell anyone, because I definitely stole this. And
Does that mean the
should
other
not.
person can't have their pin?
No, they have like a big stock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much. I'm gonna wear it underneath my cardigan, under the bit where you can't see.
So,
Yeah.
as this conversation, the other three of you, are you headed down in the direction of the Great Hall?
Ezra is kind of just throwing out hints and ideas and just waiting for V to respond to what V wants to do. We can get some food and maybe they'll have like sweet rolls and
Or you can just go with Sissy since she hates me, so you guys can go do that. I'll sit by myself. It's fine.
V, nobody hates you. If somebody hates you, then they hate me too.
Well, I guess
because-
Sissy hates you then too, but it's just me.
I can talk to Sissy if you want.
I don't know.
I'm
I don't know why she even tried to stop it.
because
'Cause she hates
she's
me.
your no, because she's your friend. Sissy
No,
ran
she
into a
hates me.
sink trying to help you. That doesn't sound like someone. If someone hates somebody, they're not going to run face first into a sink to try to help you.
They say keep your enemies closer.
But
Maybe that's what she's thinking.
do you want me to?
Just ask her why she hates me and then come back.
I will.
Because she does. And she just ask her about what happened because she hates me. And maybe she's friends with the Dementor and maybe she sent it after me and then she changed her mind last minute.
Well, if Sissy did that, I will find out and I will tell you.
Tell her she could send it again if she wants. And this time she doesn't have to stop it. My dad would probably be happy anyways.
V, no. Listen. I've been practicing a lot against defense against the dark arts, and I think I can help us.
Well,
And I
Sissy probably has been practicing the offense, so you can go talk to her about that. Since she
I will.
hates me. She was mad at me, we got in a fight, and then she sent a Dementor after me and then stopped it because she changed her mind.
I'll find out. I'll find out right now. And if she did that, then
Tell
I
her to
won't be
send
friends
another
with her
and
either.
another one. Tell her to send another one and another one. And tell her to send one with a better outfit. It was boring.
I'm gonna go. I'm
I'd
gonna
rather
go talk
die
to
in
Sissy.
style, Ezra. I want to die in style.
You are the most stylish of us all.
Thanks.
Okay. I'll go
I'm gonna
talk
go
to
stand
Sissy.
over there and you go talk to her. And then I just stand very closely by, but like awkwardly, just like cross, like just staring.
Okay. All right. I will just ask these questions. Sissy will understand. Hi, Sissy.
Sissy is like sitting at one of the desks in the common room. She's got kind of her head down because her head hurts. She's just kind of like sitting there this morning. Hi, Ezra.
Is your head okay? I know sinks are really hard.
Have you hit one?
I've walked into walls before. My mom would call me egghead because I would get lumps sometimes from walking into walls. And so I get it. I'll try to find something cold. My mom would get like a bag of frozen vegetables and you put it on your head and then it'll feel better.
I
But-
appreciate the thoughtfulness.
I'll write that down, but I have to ask you some stuff and I'm just going to ask straight up because
Is it about V?
I didn't want to get in the middle of this, but
It's okay.
I don't
I didn't want you to either.
I just want V to be okay, and now things are getting dangerous, and so this is. Did you send the Dementor?
Ezra?
I'm just asking exactly what I was told to ask. I don't want to be in this, so I'm just gonna be straightforward. I know it's probably no, but I need you to answer this.
It's not even probably, it's absolutely no.
Okay, absolutely no. And so you did try to help V.
Yes, she's my friend.
Can you say that part a little bit louder as I glance over at V? Just a little bit louder.
She sees where your eyes go. Yeah, she's my friend.
And you tried to help, right?
Do you want me to say this louder too?
Let's just talk very loud and hopefully this helps.
Of course I tried to help.
And you bonked your head trying to help because you wanted to protect your friend V, and you didn't bonk your head because you sent the Dementor and you regretted it and tried to pull it back, correct?
She's trying to think because it was so quick. She's just like, I really just slipped. Yeah.
You slipped helping friends because
Yes. I
even
slipped
sometimes
helping my friend.
Okay. And then that means we're all still friends and it was just a silly argument, but we'll always be there to help each other because if not, then we've been through so much already and I just want to make sure we're all safe and we're all fine.
I walk up. I was leaf dropping over there, and I forgive you as long so you didn't send it after me.
I would never send anything after you. I do care for you, V.
But do you still are mad at me?
No, I wanted to talk to you last night.
Do you want me to die right now?
Never.
Really?
Really?
Okay, we can be friends again.
Like, Sissel has so much more to say, but she's gonna leave it at that because she just knows that it's not worth it. She's like,
And
thank you.
I'm sorry about everything that happened. I don't want to fight ever again because it doesn't feel good at all.
Yeah, I'm sorry for letting trivial things get to me. It was silly.
Yeah, I don't even honestly remember what we fought about, but I'm just scared that he's gonna come back for me.
The Dementor?
Yeah.
I don't think he will. Dementors
I don't-
feed off of negativity, and if you're feeling better, then I don't see it coming
So
back.
if I just pretend smile, I'll be fine.
Well, I hope you can genuinely smile. I don't want you to pretend.
No, I can be safe like this.
I think they can tell.
I
We,
can. I'm happy.
I won't. If they come back, then they'll have to deal with all of us because we'll be friends together and we'll have Magnus, and Magnus knows a lot about magic, and I've been practicing a lot. And if they want to get you, they'll have to get all of us. And there's more of us than there are them. There was one of them, and there's a lot of us.
Okay. All right. And okay. All right. I'm hungry. Let's go. I just want to be friends again, and that's it.
Yes.
Let's be friends again,
I
and
want
that's it.
everyone to be.
And you're allowed to
friends
change your
again.
mind in the future. If you want me to die tomorrow, maybe you can send me a note and I can try to work something out.
Let's go to breakfast.
Sissy, don't.
She's
do
not
that,
touching
please.
that one.
So as the three of you make your way out of the Gryffindor common room and out of the portrait of the lady in the pink dress, Magnus, Dot, and Vlad, as you enter deeper into the Great Hall, Magnus, you see that over on the Slytherin table, in amongst the usual pile of letters and parcels that accompany breakfast, there is one that is slightly larger than the rest, along with a very tired and beleaguered-looking owl tottering next to it. And as you get closer, you see that it is addressed to you, Magnus.
Oh, God. All right. Sorry, old friend. I'm going to pet the owl.
Just sort of like, if it could lean, it would. It
I am
just
this
sort
owl.
of like...
Go get some rest up in the gallery.
Woo! And you just see it sort of hit one of the
Aw.
one of the candles up above as it just woo!
Great. I'm gonna grab the package and take it back to the table. Start eating breakfast. I'm gonna wait for my friends.
Okay. So as the three of you come down and enter into the Great Hall, you can see Vlad and Magnus and Dot sat over to one side. Magnus with a particularly large brown paper parcel next to them.
Can we go sit with all of our other friends? I know we're supposed to sit with like houses and stuff, but I don't know. I want to sit with our friends.
I mean, I feel like at breakfast we're free for all. I'll just sit wherever.
I'm gonna pull Sissy aside real quick. Sissy, no one else is fighting, right? We're all fine. I said I wouldn't get involved, but it seemed to help with you and V, and if I have to, I'll keep this up, and I'll get everyone to be happy again.
So Sissel knows that she has a qualm with Dot, but she doesn't know if Dot has a qualm with her. So she's just gonna let it go. No, I don't think anybody else is fighting.
Okay, let's go eat. V, I'll get you all your food. You can sit down and I'll load up a plate for you.
Thanks. Don't
So-
forget extra bread.
Extra bread.
Dot's like holding Bimby up against Taylor, being like, the minute you walked in the joint, I could tell you were a man of distinction, a real big spender.
You approach and you hear this over the sound of the Great Hall. And what is everyone eating for breakfast?
Beans on toast.
Cheerios.
I don't like this question.
Wait, Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops.
Great Loops, okay.
So many Fruit Loops.
I'm eating some cereal too and just loading up as much bread and
Which
and
cereal?
sweets.
This is important.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, excellent.
Did you write something down? Wait, I'm scared.
Ignore me.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh no.
So what are you all doing as you approach one another?
Sissel kind of wants to be looking around for Shannon, but not like go over there.
I'll say you can see him just sat at the Ravenclaw table, and he's currently sat with, you see Kunami, the head of the Ravenclaw Quidditch team, and he's currently in conversation with her. But he seems okay. He seems all right.
Okay.
After Ezra loads up V with as much food as Ezra could possibly find, I'm gonna sneak over and say hi to Magnus.
Oh, no, it's fine. No, it's okay.
Wait, I thought we were sitting together.
Chill.
Well, like to that side of the group to just like
Oh, okay.
talk. Magnus, it's a big it's a lot. Your owl carried that?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how he got here. I
The
think
owl.
might have taken like 5 years off his life, to be honest.
Is that animal abuse? Are we like abusing animals when we make them carry? Shouldn't they have like 2 owls to carry the really big packages, and then they can unionize if it's
It's
too
actually
heavy?
a really good idea. Especially when it comes to my parents. They like to overstuff things.
It's kind of embarrassing that like a 12-year-old non-magic blood person thought of that.
I'm 13. No, I'm 12.
No,
You're
I
right.
thought of it though.
You're right, you're right.
Magnus, can I ask you something, like really
Yeah.
quick?
Absolutely.
Do you know, or like, have you heard of these things called like the Dementors? Do you know about them?
Why
I only
is everyone asking about Dementors? Rose?
keep your voice down a little bit.
You guys talking
I'm
about
glancing.
Dementors?
I'm glancing over at V. Just
From hearing Dot, Sissel wants to be able to hear this, but she's like kind of messing with her fork with a plate of eggs, but not like eating them. She's eavesdropping.
Magnus, if you know a lot about, I just know that they're like kind of spooky and they float around, and I guess they're kind of cold. Do you know about them?
Well, yeah, everyone learns about them. They're told in like scary stories.
Died.
My mom told me about Dementors to try to get me to go to bed once.
I almost
So they're not
died.
What?
I almost died.
When?
Can I have more bread?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm just grabbing as much bread as possible.
Why are you? First
okay.
it was Rose, and now it's you. Is there
Magnus,
like a rumor going around?
No.
About what? My almost death?
Do you want butter or margarine?
Both.
There was there Magnus, this isn't a rumor. One visited the Ravenclaw house last night and almost got V, and I wanted to just talk to you in private, but I guess we're all talking about it now.
Are you sure it wasn't Peeves? Because there's actually no way a Dementor would be on school ground.
No,
Here's your
it's
butter
a
drink.
Dementor. Oh, thank you. I
It's
love
okay.
extra butter. That's so good.
Yeah.
I like grab Magnus by the shoulder and just really try to show them serious. No, Magnus, I know that we do a lot of things and we get in a lot of trouble, but this is real. There was one in the bathrooms and it almost got V. I just need to know if you know what we can do in case they come back, because I won't let them take V, and I'm very serious right now. I don't know what's happening and I don't know what they are, but I know you know so much about magic, and can we, like, at some point...
I believe you, Ezra. I can tell that you're scared. But... And he's gonna turn to V. V, just confirm one thing for me. What did it do?
Well, it was like looking at me and like being weird, because I was just trying to go poop, and then Sissel stopped it.
Did you feel like it was taking something from you?
Yeah, and I felt really cold.
Right, okay.
But it was all real and it happened, so.
Have you
Yeah.
guys told the teacher about this?
I don't remember.
You didn't tell a professor? You told a professor, yes.
Professor Flitwick showed up, and then Professor Bleacombe and Headmistress McGonagall came in later.
She's gonna come for me soon and kill me.
Wait, what?
we won't
Why
let
are
it
you
be.
getting
Sissel.
killed?
It's gonna come for me and kill me. I just know it.
No, it's
We
not.
won't let that
Do you
happen.
think that's what happened with Rose when we found her, Sissy?
Yeah, it was the same feeling. It was very cold. Everything was icy.
But Rose is alive, right? Right?
He's gonna be rummaging around the table to try to find like a chocolate muffin or something with chocolate in it, and just shove it at both Sissy and V. Look, I think I might need to go have a word with Rose. She asked me, she confided in me and said that Dementors were her biggest fear, and I told her not to worry about it. And then she apparently got attacked by one, and I feel very, very bad.
Dementor again?
It's a creature that feeds off of happy memories. So if you get attacked by one, they take all of your happy memories away. That's why they're stationed at Azkaban as like a punishment. I don't know why they're here. The last time they were here was when my parents were in school.
The teachers wouldn't... Is it the teacher's idea?
Well, last time I think the teachers announced that they would be there.
So they're here illegally this time.
I think they would have told us. They would have kept us in our rooms.
Because the industrial complex is trying to get people from schools.
I don't think they knew because we had to stay in a different house last night. We couldn't even, we weren't in our normal house. They made us leave and we had to stay in Gryffindor.
Well, if they're here illegally, then can't they just get rid of them? Like, how do you vanquish one? If they're like a creature thing, can't Hagrid just come and like catch it?
I don't know.
All I know is I somehow got it away.
What did
I
you
don't know
do?
where it went. A spell.
You did a spell.
Well, I'm in trouble then.
Wait, did you cast Expecto Patronum?
Somehow.
You cast that?
Yeah.
That's a
That
5th
worked.
level spell. I mean, a 5th year spell.
Duck's
didn't
gonna
think
get
I'd be
her wand
successful,
in the
but-
corner and be like,
Make a magic roll for me, please.
What did yours look like?
Hang on, I want to see this first.
Do you have your Patronus?
what am I rolling? 2d6
Magic.
Plus magic.
-3.
-3.
But if I'm -1 in magic, is it -4 now?
Minus
-4.
So as you just whisper it under the table, you take a condition. So as you just whisper, expecting Patronum, there is a under the table, and suddenly you are flung back off the stool and onto the floor as all of you watch as Dot just flies feet first back, and you are dazed, I would say, as there is this strange like silvery mist just behind your vision, and you're just like, oh no, as you just reach around, and it's very disconcerting. But
I think it was my accent. I think I did it wrong.
Did you just try to cast it?
Yeah.
What are you doing,
Don't do
Dot?
that.
I just thought it would be funny. I want to see what happened. I was practicing for.
Dot, this is serious, okay? I almost died.
I know, that's why I was casting the spell to see if I can do it
Hey,
so that I don't
Please
get
eat this chocolate. It'll make you feel better.
I like failing now.
as you're having this conversation, you just hear a in the front of the hall, and turning around, the entire student body goes quiet as you see that, unseen by everyone, Professor McGonagall has come and stands at the top of the hall. Students, in light of recent events, some of you may have heard, events that will require thorough investigation on our end, we are imposing a strict curfew. From 7 o'clock onwards, students will be expected to either be in their common rooms or accompanied by a teacher. Anyone found flaunting these rules will see their house points affected, and they will see the inside of a detention room. I am quite serious. As you were. And with that, she starts to walk out as the sound of this hall around you slowly begins to lift again. And Ezra, as you are eating your cereal, and Dot, you are by this stage sort of more enamored with the muffin in front of you. Ezra, as you're eating, there is suddenly an awful taste in your mouth, almost as though the milk in your breakfast has immediately soured. And as you taste this, you see that across the hall too, there are multiple students allowing milk to just fall from their mouths and into the bowls in front of them as sounds of disgust echo around the hall. And they just, oh, milk's off. And you just see everyone looking around at one another a little moment, as even Professor McGonagall pauses in the door and looking around just turns and leaves.
You know, milk doesn't go off as fast.
It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad.
You want some Coke? I have here you go.
bread?
Bread?
Okay. Anything.
V ate all of it. Are you really
I'm
sure you don't
sorry. You
cope?
want me to throw it up?
No.
Here, I shoved my plate
it's
of
bad.
uneaten eggs at him. Here, eat this.
I'm
Once
just
I ate my throw up and
licking
it was
the
like
eggs.
eating the meal twice.
Licking the whites of the egg.
It's bad. Oh my god, my dog just came in. No, it's okay, buddy.
Did it just go gross just now?
That is bad milk. The milk is bad, but what? It wasn't bad when I started eating.
Has it gone bad in your stomach now as well?
Oh, don't say
Are you
that.
gonna have diarrhea?
Oh, don't say that. Is your milk bad? Is yours okay?
I have oat milk, so is my oat milk bad?
Your oat milk is fine. As you taste it, you sniff it, and it's okay. But as you are investigating the milk, Sissel, you just feel a tap on your shoulder, and turning around, you see Shannon just behind you. Hey, everyone. Sissel, you okay after last night? And V, you too?
I'm okay.
I mean, the bump on your head would,
I know.
Yeah?
I hit a sink. Not on purpose, I slipped.
Is it true what they're saying about a Dementor in the house?
Yeah, but it's gone now.
Okay. And he just turns and looks at all of you. How is it that trouble seems to follow all of you? Anyway, I've got to get to classes, but I just wanted to check in, make sure you're all okay. But I'll see you around. And Magnus, first match soon. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great.
Yeah?
You should feel scared though.
I'm not facing you for a while, so I get to see your tactics in this first match, and then, we'll see. Sissel and I will, we'll be running rings around you. It'll be easy.
Right. Yeah, I bet.
No, she has a mean batting arm. And he just stands and begins to head on out.
Before he heads on, she's gonna stand up and kind of run after him for a second. Hey, Shannon.
Hey, you okay?
I really quickly, because I don't want to sound crazy. When I hit my head, I started hearing voices. Is that normal when you hit your head really bad?
I mean, no. I mean, the only time I've really hit my head is when I've taken a bludger to the face. But I usually just go straight out black. But no, I can't say voices are usual.
Oh.
Why?
I mean,
I
it's
ask.
unusual.
Yeah.
They were very weird. Like they were sound like kids, saying they're scared, and then I heard Darfellow, and that's it.
As in, you heard him? You heard his voice, or just his name?
No, just his name from voices.
And this
But
was
it could just be my psyche.
okay. But you haven't heard anything since. You just when you bumped your head.
I don't think I have.
Okay.
It should be fine.
If you say so.
I mean, it only makes sense that it's because I hit my head.
Maybe.
Don't let me keep you. Go do it.
Okay. Look. Tell someone, or at least, if it happens again, tell me, okay?
Okay.
I love you. I'll see you soon,
Me
okay?
too. Okay. She wants to go back to the table and first off, look like nothing happened. Secondly, as she's sitting down, You got Keeper? Looking over at Magnus.
Yeah, I sure did.
Why didn't we
He's
talk
gonna-
about this sooner?
Oh,
Did you get Seeker?
No.
Are you like on reserve?
They're saving Dot for next year, actually.
Yeah,
the
until
fools.
because I figured that my broom isn't quite where I want it to be, so I gotta tweak it a little bit for my size. So I want to get into it at my prime.
Well,
Great.
They're gonna regret not having you this year because next year you're gonna be even better.
They are like I think
That's
that
what I keep
Magnus
saying.
exactly. I think that Magnus is gonna make sure that the game goes on for a while because he'll keep stopping the goals and stuff and making sure that they don't get a bunch of points. But I'm really hoping the Seeker doesn't like let everybody down and let the other person catch a snitch because then all of the goals that Magnus is gonna have caught would have been for nothing and like he's really gonna be keeping the team up.
Well, I guess it's a good thing you have another year safe from me.
Excuse me? I'm too small.
got
You wouldn't even hit me.
better.
I'm too small.
Bet.
I read about a Seeker that didn't even get hit by a bludgeon, not even once. And they were
Is that only one Seeker though?
Yeah.
All right, we'll see.
While
I have
they're
a whole year to train
having
up.
this conversation, Magnus is gonna remember the package that his parents sent him, and he's gonna start to open it.
So you open it and you tear open the brown paper, and inside you see a collection of what looks to be Seeker equipment, as well as Slytherin colours, all packaged in together.
Wait,
And
Seeker
just
equipment?
Keeper equipment.
Okay, I was
sorry.
like, for me?
And you see that lying on top there is a small sealed envelope.
Great. Gonna just pop it open, just resting my head in my hand.
You see the words, "Dear Magnus, Ian told us the good news last week, but asked us to keep it a secret. Congratulations, we are so proud. We know how much you practiced over summer, and we couldn't resist getting you some suitable gear for your first match. And also, we've included a little something for Dawn. We hope she's all right. Lots of love, Mum and Dad." And you see that buried amongst the clothing, there is what looks to be a small wooden wand with a piece of string attached, and on the end of which is a small fluffy snitch with a bell inside. It looks like a cat toy.
Oh.
Does anyone want this? Would anyone like?
That looks so cool.
Please take.
You got a hat as well.
I'm not gonna wear this.
That's so cool. Can I wear
Why
it?
would I wear this?
I'll wear it and I'll confuse everybody. They'll be like the keepers of shapeshift.
Actually, they did send you something, Dot.
Really?
And he's gonna hand her the cat toy wand.
I already have a wand.
No, that's for you and Bimby. You can train Bimby to be a seeker too.
Bimby. Hey. Oh. Tuna stuff. Okay.
It just sort of like stands on her hind legs and just falls over into a nearby fruit bowl as an orange just falls and...
Okay, this is good. I like this. This is good. Now I have a snitch, and then Bimby has a snitch. Wait, Magnus, you know what you should do? Magnus, you should shrink the shirt and the cap, and we can put one on Alpine and on Bimby. What's the shrink spell? We could do it.
That's actually a great idea. Maybe I'll shrink my jersey that they gave me. Oh man, that's a great idea.
So, I'm assuming you're not doing this in the middle of the Great Hall.
Oh no, I am.
Yeah, I can see me like
Oh,
googling.
no.
It's such a good idea.
Oh, absolutely doing it.
Bimby,
Okay.
you're gonna be a
Miss
keeper.
Shrink Ezra.
It's Magnus. Why would they miss?
Let's see,
Heard about what
let's see.
happened last time.
It's gotta be a level 1 spell, yeah? To make things smaller? Yeah, Reducio.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Reducio.
On the
Okay.
hat or the jersey?
The jersey.
Okay.
Okay, so roll a magic check for me.
You got it, you got it. Do I get a +1 as
Yes.
well because it's a level 1?
Yes, you do.
Let's go. 11.
Without anyone around you seeing, you just quickly flick your wand as you see this piece of clothing just slowly just shrink down until it is a small, almost doll-sized item of clothing.
This is for Alpine or Bimby? Which one?
I think Alpine would rather wear a shirt.
Okay. Bimby can have the hat whenever you shrink
Alright.
the hat.
And I'm gonna shrink the hat too.
Oh no!
A 6.
As you...
Wait. I want to reroll.
Wait,
This is
I
the
thought you
most-
already had +3 to magic.
This is the most critical.
No, I have a +2 to
Roll.
magic. You can
Oh, I
only go
thought
up
you
to
added
+2.
another one. Oh, never mind.
So you flick your wand, and once again the hat just shrinks down. So it is suitably cat-sized, a cat cap, if you will.
I'm gonna just tuck it right on Bimby's head.
And she
Bimby,
just
you're a superstar.
tries to pour it off a little
No.
bit. And as you sit there in the Great Hall, and the day continues, the following weeks see many changes. The Ravenclaw students, you are eventually moved back to your tower, as the broken window is fixed. Though students moving into the dormitory bathrooms still find it quite unsettling. The cold is gone, but nevertheless, the unease still lingers. And true to McGonagall's words, security in the school increases, with Filch and a number of other staff members patrolling the corridors. And Rose stays in the infirmary. There are rumours that, especially under the diligent care of Madame Abbott, that they are making steady recovery, though they are still unconscious. And almost every day, as you pass through the school, you see that Creature makes regular visits from the kitchen, making his way upstairs with a freshly brewed and steaming mug of coffee. And every time he comes back from the infirmary, the mug is still full, but it is cold as he makes his way down the stairs. And Ezra, you continue over the next few weeks to observe the Grey Lady floating outside of the astronomy tower at the same time every night, her ethereal glow gleaming in the nighttime sky. And Magnus, and also Sissel to a lesser extent, you notice over the course of the weeks that Ian appears to be on his own more often, looking more than a little lost on occasion. And Halloween comes and goes with animated pumpkins drifting through the castle, singing haunting renditions of traditional wizarding folk songs. And Magnus and Sissel, you have Quidditch practice each week, as Sarah and Konami put you through your paces, and anticipation builds as the first Quidditch match of the Interhouse Cup approaches between Gryffindor and Slytherin. But over the course of these weeks, can everyone roll for their classes? So if you can all make mind rolls for me to see how well you do in your classes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Ravenclaw, you're good.
Oh,
Okay, Ezra coming through.
Okay, so everyone who rolled above a 10 gets 10 points. Everyone who rolled 7 to 9 gets 5 points.
Oh, thank
And
God.
everyone under a 6 gets minus 5 points. And
Boo, Booby and me.
Vlad is going to roll as well. Vlad got an 8, so Slytherin get an additional 5 house points.
Nice.
What? Rigged.
But over the course of these weeks, is there anything that anyone is wanting to do specifically? We will go around and do clubs as well. But are there any character things that anyone wants to do?
Wait, I just realized that Ezra got 10 points for Ravenclaw, and then the other two just lost them.
Yep.
Dad.
Immediately.
Yes, Rose.
So, is there anything that anyone is wanting to do over the course of the weeks?
If I'm not doing, whenever I'm not in classes or doing Quidditch, I like to continue studying some like really old transfiguration books. Anything I can find on the subject or anything related.
I'll say if we fold this into the extracurricular activities, so if you can make a mind roll for me for studying.
9.
9. Okay. So you get a +1 forward to your next classes or school downtime roll. But in addition to this, you are able to find a number of fairly weighty leather-bound tomes in the library under the discerning eye of Irma Pintz, the librarian. You are able to bring these tomes, quite dusty as they are, and you pile them on one of the nearby tables as you pore over them. Transfiguration magic, stories of wizards turning items into animals, and indeed themselves as well. It is fascinating reading, and there is a long storied history. But anyone else, is there anything that anyone is wanting to do at all?
I'm reading my wait, let me get the title of the book really quickly. Hang on. Wait. No, wait. Okay. I'm reading the Charm Your Own Cheese book a lot, the magic cooking book.
Okay, sure thing. It is interesting. It's very, very different to anything that you have read. The multiple Jamie Oliver and Gordon Ramsay books, it is nothing like that. The recipes inside are wild and strange, and they are exciting. But Sissel, Ezra, V, is there anything that you're wanting to do over these weeks?
Ezra's just gonna keep studying. Ezra feels like they kind of hit their stride with schoolwork and magic, and really wanting to be in the best shape possible for the multitude of terrible things happening around them at the moment.
Okay.
Specifically, I think I'm gonna dive really far into my curses and counter curses book that I picked up at the beginning of the year.
Okay. So if you can make a mind roll for me to study.
Oh, I did it wrong. Hold on.
10. Amazing. So you get a +1 forward to your I read about that rolls for the next session. And I would say as you are reading, you are making tremendous strides in terms of your knowledge and your understanding, specifically about the darker sides of curses and spellcasting. But Sissel or V, is there anything that you're wanting to do over these weeks?
Potions.
Okay.
Wait,
So
we doing this? Are we doing the activities thing? I thought this was a general question.
Well, I don't have anything else to say.
Oh, okay.
So it's a general one, but folding in with all the
Okay, because I was like, I
extracurricular
didn't want to use up my like job thing for like cheese.
stuff. Yeah. So Sissel, if you can make a mind roll for me for potions.
9.
9. Okay, so so something's gone wrong, but it still works, kind of. The GM will tell you how.
What are you making?
Yeah, what are you trying to make?
Polyjuice potion.
Sissy! Wait, don't you have to like roll like minuses depending on what year it is?
It's a year 2.
Okay, so okay. We will find out how it's gone wrong.
Oh!
But I
no.
will make a note. And V, is there anything that you're wanting to do over these weeks?
Sorry, I have the hiccups.
That's okay.
I will never forgive this.
Sorry, what were my options again?
So you have clubs, jobs, create potions, social activities, practice spellcasting, or studying.
I guess I'm gonna practice spellcasting.
Mm-hmm. So if you can make a magic roll for me, please.
Okay. Yikes.
You're leveling up hard this session though.
So,
shoot.
Yeah, you track those.
there's literally not a result for that. So I will say, as you are casting spells, It is not going well, and I would say that as you find a small room to practice in, you create enough of a noise that very stern-looking Professor Bleakholm just pokes their head in and docks you 5 points for creating such a mess. And Dot, is there anything that you are wanting to do?
Social activities.
Social activities, okay. Anything in particular that you're wanting to do?
Hanging out with Vlad, learning about whatever Vlad's interested in.
Okay, so if you can make a heart roll for me, please.
Okay.
Okay, so on a 7 to a 9, the PC gets a +1 or a -1 to a relationship. So you can have a +1 with Vlad if you would like.
I'm now 2 with Vlad. Vlad and V are now my besties above everybody else.
So as the weeks continue, V, you come back to your dormitory one night and you see on your bed a whole collection of very, very shiny sweets. And sitting on the edge of the bed, or as much as he can for being incorporeal as he is, you just see the familiar bell-hatted form of Peeves just floating at the end. Oh, hello, Smelly. I mean...
Did you bring
How
me
are
these gifts?
Well,
These food?
yes, I did, because I heard... Well, it's for you. I heard what happened, and I don't really know how to make people feel better, so I stole these sweets from the kitchen, and I thought you might like them. And Buddy as well.
That does help me for almost dying. I like a snack. I just don't know if he's gonna come back for me or something. I'm very nervous. I keep seeing him in the corners of every room, but I think I'm just imagining it.
Was it really a Dementor that you saw?
Yes, I wouldn't lie about that.
Oh, no, I know you wouldn't, especially
I
not
would
to
lie
your
about
comrade.
other things, but not that.
Yes. It is weird,
And
though.
Sissy didn't make it like I thought. So, I don't know. If I die, I want you to honor me somehow when I'm dead.
Eve just sits on the end of the bed and just looking at you, V, just... I mean, if it's any consolation, you still smell like farts, so...
What?
In a good way, obviously.
I've been showering, and now you're saying that I smell like farts?
No, in a good way! You know I mean these
There's
things
no
affectionately.
good way. I'm trying to tell you that I nearly died, and you console me by telling me I smell like farts.
All right, I'm sorry. I told you I'm not very good at this. Here, have a
Boys smell
sweet.
like farts. I'm not a boy.
Right. I smell like farts a lot.
Ew. I might die, and I need you to make sure that when I do, that you take care of Bunny, and that maybe my dad will be happy. Yeah, I don't know how am I supposed to, if he comes and finds me again, the Dementor, what do I do?
That's the weird thing. Dementors shouldn't be able to get in. Ever since old Potty Mouth and his friends fought Voldemortaloo, this school has been full of enchantments up the wazoo to stop things like that from getting in. So it seems odd that one should just be in a bathroom unless it really needed a poo.
Okay.
All I'm trying to say is it's incredibly unlikely that one would come back. I'd say.
Your promise.
I promise, I cross my heart, and I can't die, so I won't hope to do that. But I cross my heart.
Okay.
A pinky promise. How about that?
Okay. I'm not ready to die.
I'm not ready for you to die. Our friendship has only just begun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. I just been feeling really sad about, I don't know. I don't feel regular anymore.
Well,
I ate so much bread today and it didn't make me happy like usual.
So what do you usually do when you don't feel regular then?
I don't know. I don't know what I do. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe you should go. I want to be alone. Thanks for the snacks. Please bring more later.
Okay, Okay, we'll end the conversation there then, I suppose.
He just floats up a bit, and as he goes up into the ceiling, he just pokes his head back down again.
Are you absolutely sure you don't want to hang out a little bit more?
Not today. No, maybe when I feel regular again.
Oh. Okay, well, I've got things to be doing anyway, tormenting Filch and,
Have fun. I'll see you when
Yeah,
my
I'll
life
see you
is
soon.
not in
Yeah, bye.
shambles. Yeah, bye.
And he just disappears into the ceiling. And over the course of the weeks as well, Dot, you find yourself helping, as you agreed to, Professor Mina Bleakholm with her paperwork after
I
classes.
definitely remembered this. This is for
Yeah.
extra credit.
So you find yourself there at least once a week, and each evening, seeing as it goes past 7 o'clock, she escorts you down to the Slytherin dungeons when you are done. But the first night that you come to the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom, she just looks up. Miss Campbell, please come in.
Okay.
How are you? Are you well?
I'm okay. How are you?
It's not often students ask me. I'm well. I was sorry to hear that you did not make it onto the team.
It's okay. I don't mind. I mean, I do mind, but I have developed how to cope with minding, so now I mind a lot less, so I might as well just say that I don't really mind, because there's no real point dwelling on it.
Well, I have no doubt that with some extracurricular practice, you'll be on the team next year.
I hope so. I think that I will. Also, Professor, Mrs. Bleakholm, Miss Bleakholm, Professor Bleakholm.
Professor will do.
Okay, sorry. Could you call me Miss Campbell instead of Mix Campbell? Because the pubescent blockers that I'm on are working really good, so I feel very girly. So I would like Miss, please.
Well, in which case, if you would like, we can both be Miss.
Okay, thanks, Miss Bleakholm.
Now, I'm trying to sort a few of the newer tomes. We have some over there which could do with alphabetical sorting. Are you comfortable doing that?
Yeah, I know the alphabet.
Good. Well, if you set yourself up over there, if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So you sit down and you find yourself poring over tomes and tomes and tomes as book after book after book is piled onto the desk, and you are going through them one by one by one. You were there for a very long time, almost an hour, in fact. And Professor Bleakholm just sits off to one side, silently poring over work, and you see that she is currently marking essays, and you see a couple of familiar names here and there. You see Shannon's name, and Ian's and James's, as she just scrawls away at them with a quill.
Wait, what is she writing? Like marks?
Yeah, she's marking papers at the moment. Yeah. But as you sit there, and eventually you are poring through one book, and it is on amortal creatures, and there is one entry that catches your eye, an illustration that all but chills you to the bone. You have heard them described, but you see a floating skeletal figure wreathed in a dark black cloak with long reaching hands and a terrifying gaping hole where a mouth should be. And above this, you see an entry. Dementor.
I'm gonna read it.
You pore over it, and you see sort of documentation about where it is that Dementors come from, how they are born from grief, places that are rife with the emotion. They are immortal because they simply appear into being. They have no physical origin. And as you are reading, Professor Bleakholm just comes over. Worried for your friends?
A little bit. I have a question.
Of course.
Okay, so it says that, so you guys didn't ship in the Dementors from prison or anything, right?
It has been a very, very, very long time since Dementors have been employed at Azkaban prison.
Oh.
They are outlawed in all good places in society.
Did you think that these ones came out of the room where all the kids got killed? Because it says here that they appear if there's like a bunch of grief in one spot. So if there was a big mass murder in one of the rooms in the building, no offense, but maybe that would make them.
You are very, very clever, Miss Campbell. I had not even considered such a thing. And she bends down and looks at the book. Often, immortal creatures can be relatively harmless, brought into being by an intensity of emotion. Poltergeists, for example, though often mistaken for ghosts, come into this world through a concentration of mischief. Hence, in a school like this, the appearance of Peeves, much to Filch's annoyance. And the same goes for Boggarts, which you will learn about next year, that they are born about through the emotion of fear, but creatures like this, they are born through the worst of our emotions and experiences, and where we may find places that are home only to pain, suffering, grief. Dark things come into being, and she taps the book. Dementors are one such thing, banshees.
We did banshees in class, I remember. Do you remember?
I do. I saw your notes as well. Thorough, as always.
So, if have they like cleansed the bit where all the kids died and stuff? Like in salt or something? I don't know. Exorcism?
I tell you this only because you and your friends went through a great ordeal at the end of last year, but the Ministry have expunged the place of any traces of Dowerfellow. But places have memories, Dodd.
This is, I don't know if you know this, but Muggles know about this too. They call them tulpas, where it's like if you believe in something enough, it becomes real, kind of. So I guess it's similar. So Muggles are a little smart.
Many of the Muggles I have met are among the most intelligent people I have ever met. But you are right. And very often with Muggles, it is not Dementors or Banshees. Many of most harmless immortal beings, poltergeists, or even Boggarts, often in a place where emotion is particularly potent, can manifest as something particularly dangerous. History is littered with such cases. The Salem witch trials, both world wars, Wizarding and Muggle, where evil and pain is allowed to fester. Wicked things grow up.
So does that mean that they didn't do the thing right with the place? Like they can't get rid of the memory of the room, so the Dementors are just going to spawn for ages?
There is a lot about the fifth house that we do not understand, Dodd. I fear we will be learning about it for some time.
Well, I feel like we should probably try and look into it really quickly, because can't they kill people?
We are doing what we can, but your idea is not a bad one. I will look into it as soon as possible.
Thanks.
In the meantime, Dot, I will escort you to the dungeons. And as she gestures towards the door, you notice something beneath her sleeve. A faded mark upon her left forearm of what looks like a snake. A snake wrapped around a skull. Follow me. And she walks in the direction of the door and leads you down towards the dungeons. The weeks continue on. And eventually, as anticipation builds throughout the school, and Magnus and Sissel, as you continue to practice, Magnus, you find the day has come for the first match of the Inter-House Quidditch Cup. Gryffindor versus Slytherin. So, on the morning of the first Quidditch match of the school year, you wake, and as you head on up to the Great Hall, Magnus, you see that outside the windows of the school, the clouds are dark and grey as soft rain patters down across the Scottish Highlands surrounding Hogwarts. And all of you go about classes throughout the day, and Magnus, you are very, very aware that your first match is coming up, as you see people just pass you in the hall and just nod at you, sort of some wishing you luck, others not so much, as you make your way down the corridor until eventually classes end for the day. And all of you see students from all over the school begin to file out of the large castle and in the direction of the Quidditch pitch. All of them wearing scarves and memorabilia and house-related colours, and a lot of them also carrying umbrellas with them. But what is everyone doing? Where is everyone going? Is everyone going to watch the match? What is everyone doing?
I like to imagine that I'm wearing something from the random Quidditch package that Magnus got, where it's like some scarf or something, like, or some little pennant or something. And I also have 2 of the silver snake fireworks from the first episode with me. No reason.
Okay.
I am going as well and trying to convince V to come along so we can get snacks.
And V and Sissel.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah.
I'll go.
Gotta go cheer on our friend.
Yeah.
Okay. So, heading towards the Quidditch pitch, the entire school are decked out in their respective colours, with half the school also holding red or green memorabilia, seemingly split almost exactly down the middle of the stadium, which is packed, as colourful umbrellas cover a great deal of the crowd, and rattles are shaken and instruments sounded, and you can see small carts being pushed around the outside of the seating banks. And as you make your way in, you see behind you just Shannon and another individual, tall and wearing Hufflepuff colours, but sporting a Gryffindor rattle. You see that Shannon is with Tib as they come forward, and he just, "Hey everyone, you mind if I come sit with all of you?"
Not at all.
Lovely.
Am I here? I'm confused. Who's who? Who's with who?
I'm not here,
You
for
would've-
sure.
Yeah, I know you're busy in the doing the match
So
stuff.
you're probably sitting in your Slytherin area.
So wait, Tib wants to sit with us even though they have a Gryffindor thing?
So Shannon is asking to sit with you, and Tib is also with him as well.
So if you're gonna sit in the Slytherin section, you can't have a Gryffindor thing because some people might hate you. Not me, but some people might think you look stupid.
Oh, right. Well, we just often celebrate. Tell you what,
Well,
Tim.
we're here for
Oh,
Magnus,
you can
and
sit
Magnus
with
is
us
on the
now,
Slytherin
what?
team, so. Yeah,
Oh, well-
they can sit here. They just can't wave the Gryffindor thing around because that's rude.
I'll put that on the floor then.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. You're very stern when you want to be. It's good to see everyone, though.
To see you again.
What about the Ravenclaws? Who are you cheering on, or is this a Magnus centric?
Yeah, cheering on Magnus.
Magnus. Yeah.
We're cheering on Magnus, and Magnus is gonna win, and we're gonna be all excited.
Yeah. And Shannon leans forward and just whispers in your ear, Cecil, this is also a good opportunity for us to see tactics, things like that. I've been asked to sit over here. Kunami, and he points in the direction of the other side of the stadium, is over there. She's going to be keeping an eye on their seeker specifically, but if you want to have a look at the beaters, see what their tactics are, might be useful.
You are brilliant. Yes.
I have my moments occasionally. Does anyone want snacks, by the way? I can go and grab some.
Yes. Can you just get a bunch of different things, and then we can kind of share them with everyone?
Yeah, sure. I'll grab a selection. And with that, he stands, leaving Tib sort of awkwardly. And do you want me to come with? No, it's okay. You stay. You mingle. I'll be back. And Tib just okay.
Tib, if you were a Quidditch person, what position would you be?
Well,
He
I
is.
am. I'm a beater actually. Same as Cecil.
So cool, Cecil. You're a beater.
I am.
And Tib's a beater. You guys should talk about beater stuff
Where
where I can hear you, so that I don't get caught by surprise.
right. Well, Cecil, we've not actually talked that much. But Shannon's spoken quite a lot about you, and
Are you okay, Tim?
yeah, no, you like being a beater?
I mean, from practice, yeah, I really enjoy it. Hopefully, I get to play. Would love to play against you.
Well, I'm all right, I suppose. But
I think you're really good.
thank
which
you.
is why I'd like to go against you. I mean, learn from the best, right?
Well, in that regard, you've got a great teacher in Shannon.
Yeah, he is a really good teacher. He helped. Actually, that's why Magnus, I think, did really well on his his tryouts, because Shannon basically taught us all summer.
Yeah, no, Shannon's the best.
Yeah, he is.
So, Ezra and V, you've got no desire to do any of this stuff?
I just wanted, I don't know, the magic world is still kind of, or your world, this world is still kind of new to me, and I want to get good at school stuff, and then maybe I'll check it out.
That makes sense, I guess. And what about you, V? I can imagine you'd be a mean beater if you wanted to be.
No.
Oh.
He is uninterested in
V's
existence at the
V's
moment.
really good at art stuff. So sometimes V makes crafts for us to use, and V's really good at supporting everybody and coming up with cool ideas to increase team morale, which actually studies have shown is really, really important in the long term of building a sustainable community for a team, more so than individual player performance. So
Right. Well,
Yeah, I can make posters.
yeah. Remember the poster that you made for me? I didn't get to use it because I didn't get Seeker, but V made me a poster where I was a Seeker and I was on my broom, and then Bimby was on my broom as well, and then the snitch was like really tiny, and it was really tiny on the poster. It was really cool.
and as you say this, Shannon steps over the steps and just making friends. Here, snacks for everyone. There we go. And meanwhile, down in the Slytherin tents, Magnus, as you are suiting up, you can hear the crowd outside echoing around as feet stamp on the bleachers. And as this is happening, everyone is just getting into their uniforms as Sarah pushes herself forward on her chair and, hey, you ready?
Never been more ready.
Okay, you've got this. Try and ignore the weather. Just focus on the ball, focus on the game, focus on breathing, okay?
All right.
Okay.
Make sure to give my brother some trouble out there, yeah?
Yeah. Just make sure he doesn't get any balls into their hoops, okay?
Oh, he won't.
I know it won't. Okay, come on, team, let's hustle. And she starts to just make her way out of the tent. And as all of the team members move past you, you see the large cauliflower-eared beater just walking past you as Brian just nudges you and don't mess up. He just
Say the same to you.
just looks back at you and looks you up and down for a moment and then just heads on out. Are you following?
Oh, yeah. I'm strutting.
So
Never seen me more confident. I'm like a little
I'm
cockatoo.
so excited. Whichever way this goes, it's gonna be a great pail.
So the rest of you from above, you watch as both teams stride out towards the center of the pitch and bringing up the rear of the Slytherins. You see Magnus strutting forward with their broom. And as the two teams step out, you see Ian leading the Gryffindor team as he and Sarah Kurtzman shake hands. And as he does so, Magnus, you see him look over her shoulder and just wink at you and give you a bit of a nod before all of the players begin to get onto their brooms.
Hey, V.
What?
Do you like fireworks? They can be kind of loud, so it's okay if you don't. But do you like fireworks?
I like fireworks.
I have one I have two, but you can have one of them if you want. They're like silver snake fireworks. And
How do I do it?
So, how does the silver snake firework work? And I've never
So-
used a firework.
So it's kind of like a flare where you twist the bottom
Okay.
of it and it shoots up into the air.
So it's kind of like a flat where you twist it and then you have to wait for the recoil and then it goes into the air. But we should only do it when something really cool happens. So when Magnus does something cool, then we do it. And you can
Why
aim
wants
it
to
at
hear
somebody
this?
if you want.
Like, turn around and be like, don't aim it at us, please.
You can aim it at someone in the field though, that's okay.
Why don't we aim it at whoever didn't put you on the team?
They're not there, I don't think.
Why didn't they put you on the
You
team?
could aim it at the secret. No, I'm not a reserve. It wouldn't even work. Never mind.
Okay, well, why don't we point it at somebody that's the weakest player, and then they'll be on the bench, and
Whoever's-
then you could get in the game.
No, I'm not a reserve, so I can't. They have other
Oh.
reserves. But if somebody tries to bludgeon Magnus, okay, wait. If someone tries to bludgeon Magnus, we can prepare and we can aim and we can shoot them out of the sky before they manage to bludgeon Magnus.
Okay, yeah, let's do
What is
that.
with this
that.
violence?
This is protection. This is self-defense. It's legal.
This is dangerous.
It's Quidditch. You hit metal balls at people with a bat to hit them off their broom to fall several
So
feet down to the
fireworks
ground.
sounds safer.
I mean,
little
you
bit.
did expect a patrol car the other day. You love danger too.
All right, let's watch.
I promise when Ravenclaw plays, I'm not going to shoot fireworks at your face.
As the teams around you, Magnus, begin to mount up and fly up, what is it like stepping onto the broom in front of such a large crowd for the first time?
I've never been one for a lot of attention. I've always wanted to just like slink back and kind of be unnoticeable. But for some reason, this is like the greatest feeling I've felt in a very long time. just hearing all the cheers and seeing all the colors in the stands. It's just, it's hard to explain.
So you all watch as Magnus ascends into the air, and you see a couple of individuals like cheering at specific individuals that are currently in the air. And V, you notice that the Gryffindor Seeker is an individual that you recognize. It is the pretty blonde girl from the library, Geraldine Wistmore, and you notice that a small group of girls from Gryffindor appear to be cheering her on from a little further down the seating bank. And as you are all sat there, suddenly another individual just taps on your shoulder, Sissel, as Danny just squeezes past and sits down.
Hey.
I haven't missed anything, have I?
No, not yet. They just walked out on the field.
Oh, has Magnus not started playing yet, or?
Not yet.
Okay. Hi everyone. Hi. Now, Magnus, for expediency's sake, this is all on you. Can you make a soul roll for me, please?
Oh my god, fingers crossed.
Wait.
Why does that say 0 successes?
Wait, what did you roll?
I mean, it's a 12.
Wait,
It's
why
12.
why'd the roll come out that way? What?
Why does it have greater or less than 0?
Like, you did great, but
What?
what?
I did great. It's a 12.
0 successes.
So
What happened?
was that a dirty 12?
Yeah, that
Zero
was a
success.
dirty 12.
That was a dirty 12.
0
So-
success.
It is a resounding success, as over the course of the next hour or so, as this match flies in the skies above you and around the pitch, and as rain slowly pelts down around you, you forget the weather. All of you, those of you watching, and Magnus, you playing as you have never felt more alive, ducking and weaving between the hoops as quaffle after quaffle flies in your direction and you beat them away. Only a few manage to get past you, and you notice that the players on the other team are getting increasingly frustrated, and at one point Sarah flies past you and just goes, "You're doing great, keep it up," and she flies off and starts to intercept the quaffle. The rest of you, as you're watching, you have seen Magnus fly before, but never with this amount of skill and this amount of passion. He is born for this, as he flies in between the various hoops. But as you're sat there, Sissel, you notice that Shannon is looking intently at both teams, but eventually his attention moves more towards the Gryffindor team. As he looks towards their captain, Ian, just flying around, he sort of frowns a bit and leans towards you, Sissel. Is it me, or does Ian seem distracted?
Well, I mean, his brother's on the other team.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
it's
just
off-putting.
look. And as he points towards Ian, you see that Ian is looking all around, sort of everywhere that the ball isn't. He seems to be taking in the audience all around, specifically looking in the direction of where the Gryffindors are currently stood. And on more than one occasion, there is a narrow miss as a bludger flies past him, and you see him just adjust himself on his broom before sort of shaking himself out of it and continuing on. And V, you see that Geraldine is flying around the pitch, seemingly having seen the snitch from afar as she flies after it. But eventually, as the game continues, Slytherin win. And the teams float down to the ground, and almost unanimously, Magnus, the moment you touch down, the team rush over to you and just pick you up and start almost throwing you into the sky above. Basically, yeah. As the rest of you watch from the bleachers above, as you see Slytherin the team below, and indeed all around you, the students, just an uproar
I
of
let off one of the
cheers and
fireworks
applause.
so that it's like above Magnus's head.
As they fly through the air, and these silvery serpents made of sparkles and light just swim through the skies above the crowds as they just explode, and rain continues pattering down until eventually the student body begin to make their way back towards the castle, many of them running through the rain as it gets heavier and heavier, and the sound of the pitch begins to quieten down a little bit. What are you all doing as the match finishes and as you head on back in the direction of Hogwarts Castle?
I stomp on Tibbs' thing, make it look like an accident. The little Gryffindor thingy that he had. I'm like, what are these? Oh.
This sweet innocent man.
So petty.
Make a quick and quiet check for me to see if this goes unnoticed.
Okay, wait.
We
Hero
give Chad the
successes.
option to create a character and then bully that character.
Yay! 8.
8. So you're able to do it quickly or quietly? I'm assuming quietly.
Quietly, please. I just take my time to grind in.
It is barely recognizable as what it once was, as you just walk off. And the rest of you, what are you doing?
I want to walk next to Shannon, and so I noticed it for sure. He definitely was out of it.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. He's usually so focused. And as he's saying this, you see Tibbs sort of awkwardly walking next to him, and what, you think something might be up with Ian? We talking about Ian? Yeah, just, just out of sorts is all.
What do you think he was looking for?
I don't know. Like, I know I've not been seeing him and James as much together recently. I don't know if maybe that has anything to do with it, but I don't know. It's just odd. He's usually so in the game,
Yeah, that is odd.
She's gonna just like look off, like, oh shoot.
Magnus, what are you doing after the match?
I'm trying to find Ian to celebrate.
Okay, so
Celebrate with Ian, right?
Yeah. Not in his face.
Yeah, not at Ian. No way.
No.
as you head back towards the castle, amidst the throng of individuals that are all moving back, you make your way towards the Gryffindor tower before, as you're moving away from the Slytherin dungeons, you see a number of the team go, hey, no, you're going to have to come back, okay? We're celebrating today, okay?
Oh yeah, I'll just be real quick. Got to
Okay.
go rub it in my brother's face.
We'll see you in a bit.
All right.
And you head on up through crowds and crowds of Gryffindor students who look more than a little sort of put out, but nevertheless still energized from the match. And as you make your way towards the Gryffindor common room, you ask around for where your brother might be. And at one point, you see another of the team members, and going up to them, they just point you in the direction of a corridor, like a few a sort of short walk away from the tower. Just last I saw him, he was just heading on over there with I think with James.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's actually much better. Thank you.
Oh, not a problem. Well done today, by the way. You're awesome. I've got a good keeper in you.
Thank you. Just keep up your practicing. Maybe you'll be able to get a goal in next time, you know?
Maybe. I'm aiming a bludger straight for you next time. But anyway, we'll see you later.
I move off down the corridor. Oh.
Okay. As you move away from the sounds of the students, you find yourself coming towards a fairly empty looking corridor, but as you approach it, you hear voices down it. Just 2 voices round the corner. Look, I'm sorry, okay? No, I'm sorry doesn't cut it, okay? I felt like an idiot out there. Yeah, I was looking for you in the crowd instead of focusing on the game, because it seems that's all I'm doing these days. I'm searching for you all the time. You know, James, we don't actually see one another anymore. Right? It's like you're avoiding me. How many times I'm not avoiding you. It's just planned slip my mind, you know? Yeah, well, it seems convenient that it's the things that we have planned that you managed to forget. You know, when you went off to Hogsmeade with Maisie, that we were meant to be meeting up in the library, what can I say? I forgot, okay? Or you had more important priorities? You know what, James? Whatever. I hoped you'd at least show up for my first game of the year and my brother's. You're in the Quidditch team? That's not funny, James. Oh, God. And James, you just hear as Ian walks off, James just, what the hell I do? I don't. And Ian just walks round the corner and all but bumps into you, Magnus, says, hey, Magnus, how are you?
Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend I didn't just hear all that. So James didn't show up to the match, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you know, it's fine. He's been doing it for a while. Anyway, well done. You were awesome out there, and it was really good to see you in action. Well done.
You don't sound like you're doing good right now.
Yeah. But it's fine. It's fine.
Is it because James has not been remembering your plans together?
It's just we were so close last year, and now it's like he doesn't want anything to do with me, and I don't know if it's something that I've done or whether he's just bored or...
No, it's not. You didn't do anything, Ian. It actually, I might have messed up. You know, last year when, I'm assuming, you know, well, we tried to give you a love potion as a prank.
Sure.
And I really messed up. Oh, wow. So I may have, Christ, I may have asked the house elves to give James a forgetfulness potion. And I may be the reason that I didn't think it'd be this bad. I thought it'd be funny. I didn't think he'd forget you were on the Quidditch team. I didn't know that it would hurt you this bad. He wasn't supposed to forget everything, just a few things. Ian, I'll do whatever I can to fix this.
Ian punches you. Can you make a tough it out roll for me, please?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Get the face.
I mean, he's aiming. Yeah.
Oh, broken nose and everything.
Oh my god.
You just fly back into the wall. It's like time skips for a moment, and you just see Ian just walking away from you, just storming
Ian!
away.
No, what can I do? Is James still down that corridor, or did he leave?
You look around and you see no trace of James.
Christ, Magnus, you idiot. I'm gonna walk back to the Slytherin common room with a broken nose.
Okay.
Just bruises under my eyes already.
The three Ravenclaws, where are you headed? Are you headed towards the Slytherin dungeons as well, or what are you doing?
I'm scared now.
Yeah. I
Oh
would
my
say Ezra would be, and Ezra went through all of the leftover snacks and picked out my favorite and V's favorite and kind of like put it in my pockets and loaded up for the rest of the night, and we're gonna go celebrate all happy.
Yay.
I mean,
What
I guess I
about-
don't know anything, so yeah, I'm going to Slytherin.
Okay. So, the Ravenclaw students, you are allowed into the Slytherin dungeons as you come down to this beautiful, sort of fairly dark space with these large bay windows out of which you can see the darkness of the lake and the depths within it as fish move through, and there is this lovely sort of ambient sound of water. But as you're there and as the team stand around cheering one another on and pouring out butterbeer and pumpkin juice, you all watch as from the entrance Magnus enters with more than a little blood streaming from their nose.
I'm gonna run up to him. What happened to your nose?
Yeah,
She's like grabbing a tissue from her pocket. Here.
Ian is a little mad.
That he lost? That's
No.
normal.
I told him, Sissy.
About
Uh,
the potion?
Yeah, James didn't even remember he was on the Quidditch team. We may have really messed things up.
Shannon noticed that Ian was off too. I didn't say anything though. Did you tell him that I did it too? I mean, I'm the one who made it.
No, I told him it was my idea. I did it. I'm not really feeling like celebrating right now, so I think I'm just gonna pop down to my room.
You might want to get your nose checked out first.
No, I think I deserve this one, so I'm just gonna ride this one out. Hopefully it'll stop bleeding soon. That's... He's gonna get like really teary-eyed and just like leave and go to his room.
What do the rest of you do?
Also, like, kind of backs out of the common room and she's like standing outside of it.
I'm celebrating. Me and V are having a great time. V is working on a beautiful art piece, I'm sure, to celebrate Magnus's victory.
Yeah, but I'm like scrolling through my book and you see that like 150 pages are Dementors. That's all I keep drawing now.
Hey V, does that like help or does it make it worse if you like draw the things? Because it looks really good, like they're really accurate, but it's kind of creepy.
I just keep feeling like I have to draw him so that if he's on the piece of paper, then he's not in my room or next to me. So I just keep doing it. I didn't even know I drew. I thought I drew like 5, but I guess I drew like 200.
Yeah, there's like I lost count. It was like 60 something in here. I mean, if
Just
it
don't
helps,
want him to get me.
he's not gonna get you. It's okay. I mean, if it helps, it helps. But I was reading about Dementors, and they get attracted to like sad feelings and that kind of thing. So doing stuff out of fear probably doesn't help. And you should think about the stuff that makes you happy and like pursue the things that make you happy. Like, is there anything that you?
I just don't want Filbert to get me again.
Is that the name of the thing?
Yeah,
Filbert. Okay.
that was Filbert.
That's just such a stupid name. That's a
I
stinky.
know he's an
It's
an
a
idiot,
Very
jerk
stupid
man.
name. He is. And you should like just think really hard about what a funny, stupid name that is. Like, just
You're
think,
right.
Just,
I
like
should
think about it, and I'm gonna like put my wand against V's head, and I'm gonna try and cast Cheering Charm,
Ooh.
which is in
Okay.
my spell bank. So,
Okay.
So this is gonna be okay.
Oh God.
Okay, so wait, I gotta do maths on this. Okay, so it's gonna be +1 because of my spell bank, -1 because magic, so it's cancel each other out, and then it's a +2 because of V. So.
So it works, but with side effects. So one other player takes a condition, it has a diminished effect, someone is alerted, your wand is thrown and lands.
I would say it has a diminished effect.
Okay. So, V, you feel this warmth just inside of your brain as Dot just places her wand against your temple, and you just feel happy, not elated, but you feel happy.
You know what, Dot? You're right. I'm gonna start drawing him with the clown wig, because that would be funny.
Yeah, and then he can have like a really big fluffy coat. Is it Filbert with an F or a PH?
It's with an F.
That's so stupid. That's so
Yeah,
dumb.
It's so dumb.
That's so dumb.
So dumb. You're right.
That's
He
so
could
stupid.
imagine getting killed by someone named Filbert.
Imagine if a guy called Filbert and he has like a big honky clown nose and he's got a big fluffy coat and he's like, rah, rah, like you would hear him
He's
coming.
got big shoes.
Yeah,
and he looks
exactly.
dumb.
Yeah, he looks super. He's like Krusty the Clown. He's like tripping. Like you try and run away and you manage to run away because he's just tripping over his dumb shoes. And he's getting all bundled in his cloak and he like rolls down the stairs.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of Filbert no more. You're right, Dot.
As you're having this conversation outside of the dungeons, Cecil, you just hear the familiar voice of Shannon as he, hey, you okay? You duck down.
Yeah. She doesn't want to say anything.
Uh-oh. Oh, yikes.
Did you notice Magnus at all?
Well, yeah, it sort of ran past, but I didn't really get a good look, but you okay? Or...
He's got a broken nose.
Oh, God. Did one of the bludgers get him? I didn't notice.
If a bludger's named Ian.
What, Ian punched him?
I-
Why?
So I know why Ian was feeling off. And look, what I'm about to tell you, we did it because we were trying to be helpful, but we didn't expect something to happen the way that it's happening.
Hey, it's okay. What did you do? What happened?
So you know how James hasn't been around Ian or wasn't even there at his first Quidditch match?
Sure.
That's because I brewed a forgetfulness potion and we gave it to him.
Oh my God, Cecil.
But we didn't think that it would do this.
You know how irresponsible that is, Cecil.
Yes.
I can't. I don't. Oh God, I don't want to sound like our parents, but like I really didn't I didn't expect this abuse. Is this because of the conversation we had at the Quidditch tournament?
Yeah.
What, this is for me? Cecil, oh my God.
I was just trying to.
Oh my God, Cecil, this isn't a game. These are feelings.
I know.
God, these are real feelings. Oh my God, Cecil, it is not your job to solve everything. It is
And
not
I
your
get
job to
that
fix
now.
everything.
I won't do this again.
It's too late. Oh, God, it's too late.
Isn't there some way that we can reverse it?
I
And then everyone can go back to normal.
I don't know. You brewed the potion, Cecil. I've got to go check on it. I'm not angry, Cecil. I just thought you'd know better. And with that, he just walks off. And as he does so, and you stand there alone in the corridor, where are you at, Cecil?
Yeah, just outside of the dorms.
But like, mentally, where are you?
Dead.
As you
Literally, she just is beating herself up tenfold and like just telling herself in her head that she's a terrible person.
As you stand there and eventually look up, you are alone on the outside of the dungeons. You can still hear the sound of celebrations coming from below. But as you look up, you see just around the corner of the corridor a ghostly figure just looking at you. As the grey lady just floats there, staring at you.
Can I run toward her? Because I notice her and we haven't seen her in forever.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I do that.
She is unmoving as she just looks at you approach.
Hi. You're here. You're back.
I am passing through.
Why? Where have you been? Are you okay?
My father is thick in the air around you.
I'm sorry.
I just want to be alone. Everyone keeps asking me questions and I just don't want to talk. She just... For what it's worth. I am sorry that this has happened to you. All of you.
I mean, better me than someone else.
We're all suffering because of him.
Do you know where he went?
No. But if you want to talk, I'll be in the astronomy tower. And with that, she just floats up and through the ceiling and disappearing from view.
Cecil's just gonna kind of wander, like wiping tears from her eyes.
Okay. So, the next week or so continues on. Is there anything that anyone is wanting to do over the week?
I will have brought on V and Ezra to create beautiful posters of art to cheer on Magnus or Sissy whenever they are the people doing the Quidditching.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else?
Magnus is gonna continue trying to get Ian's attention. I'm assuming to no avail.
You are very correct, to no avail. Every time you are in the same room, even a room as large as the Great Hall, he immediately stands and just leaves. You've seen your brother angry before, but he is hurting.
Can I try to find James?
Yeah, I'd say over the course of the week, at one point you see James just sat in the courtyard. It is colder now, and the nights get darker quicker, but he has just sat outside, and you can see that he's currently just reading a book.
Hi.
Hey, Felix? Magnus? You prefer one, I know. Is it Magnus?
It's Magnus.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You don't remember me?
No, I remember you. Also, I know what you did.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm currently undergoing a treatment to bring memories back, thanks to Madam Abbott. So,
I would have thought that they would have got me in trouble for that.
yeah, well,
I was actually ready to fall on the sword and take you to Madam Abbott myself and confess.
well, Ian didn't want to say. And, as angry as I am, I won't pretend it wasn't impressive. You, I expected it from. I really didn't expect it from your friend Sissel, though.
I didn't mention Sissel at all.
But she definitely did it, though, right?
She told Ian, didn't she? Or Shannon?
No, actually, I guessed. Look,
Oh! Right. I fell for that one.
Look.
Okay.
I know you don't like me. That's fine. We can agree on that. And look, I'm still trying to patch things up with your brother. Because of you. And I know that... What?
It's not that I don't like you, James.
But you like Shannon more.
I've never really admitted this, and I know I'm giving you a lot of ammo against me right now, but I was a bit jealous that my brother was very close with the Potters, because I really look up to your dad.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Who wouldn't? He's Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that I didn't like you, I guess, was jealous of that. And yeah, I do like Shannon a lot. He's a lot nicer to me than you were. But looking back, I don't think you deserved to lose your memory. And Ian didn't deserve to get his heart broken. I didn't realize it was that deep with him. I guess I was only thinking of how funny it would be and not the consequences of it. And I'm really ashamed of myself. I don't like the way I've acted.
Look, I can't pretend you were the first person who a potion has gone awry for. It's I'm angry. I probably will be for a while. So,
And I deserve that. But Ian and I just actually started being brothers, and he won't even look at me, James. It's worse than it was before. I shouldn't... It shouldn't be about me right now, but I'm scared that I'm not gonna get back to that with him.
Yeah, I get the brother thing. It can be tough, even as an older one. He'll come around. He'll be really pissed at you for a very long time. Probably more than me, honestly, but he'll come around. Just don't push it. He's really angry.
Yeah. I just wanted to say I'm sorry, and I don't want to cry in front of you, so I'm gonna leave you be and go back to my dorm room.
Well, it's appreciated. See ya.
You can sniffle and leave.
And Dot. As classes continue throughout the week, and you find yourself moving from classroom to classroom and studying and learning, the days blend into one another somewhat. Until eventually, towards the end of the week, as you finish your classes and you find yourself walking through the entrance hall, you hear a voice calling out from behind you. Hey there, sport. I suppose you weren't expecting us here. And turning around, you see two individuals standing behind you. One is a tall man with a freckled face and messy, reddy brown hair, dressed in a fairly rough denim jacket, while the other is a tall woman with long brown hair loosely tied back and glasses perched on an arched nose. And they smile at you. Don't say hi immediately.
Wait, how did you guys get in here? Are you with it?
So
Hi.
your grandma was able to swing it with the headmistress so we could come and see where it is you're living these days. Hi, how are you?
Hi. They didn't. Oh, hi. I run and I give a massive hug to my.
So this is where you are now.
Yeah, it's like a castle, and I get my own room in the castle as well. Everyone gets their own room.
Does everyone dress like this as well? And
Yeah.
right, it's very fancy. It's
Yeah,
very
except
nice.
if you're doing sports, you dress different. And next year I'm gonna be on the sports team, and I get my own sports uniform, and I don't even need to pay for it. They just like make it, and I just get to wear it.
Well, we've been getting your letters, but we've not had much time to read them, unfortunately. But
That's
we just
okay.
thought we'd come in person.
I have and I can show you Bimby as well. Bimby's sleeping right now in my room in the castle, and Bimby's the cat. You remember Bimby? I tried to send pictures as well.
Well, tell you what, Sport. I'm really interested to check out the Quidditch pitch. Well, I think we saw it on our way in. Isn't that right, El? Yeah, no, I think so. Why don't you show us that, Dot, and we can maybe arc back round to the castle. We're staying in a hotel quite a drive from here, so we won't be able to stay terribly long, but we just thought we'd drop on by, say hi.
Okay, well, wait, but why can't you stay longer if you're coming to see me? You could stay, because I can just like skip classes, because I have really good marks, if you remember, so I could just like not go to my classes for the day, and then we could hang out, because I'm here all the time.
Well, maybe it's better if we have this conversation a little further out, maybe.
Okay. The Quidditch pitch just looks basically like a normal Quidditch pitch, except, and then as I'm walking, Dot's explaining like all the scientific like sizings of the Quidditch pitch, which like it's this much bigger than a rugby pitch, and the poles are like this high up in the air, and the reason for that is because of this and the regulations, and there's like just info dumping all of the Quidditch stuff.
As you're walking across, in the Ravenclaw common room, Sissel and Ezra and V, as you are sat there, Shannon just approaches and, hey everyone, have a word with Sissel briefly.
Yeah.
He gets up.
I'm sorry for losing it with you the other day.
No, you don't have to apologize.
No,
It's
I-
justified
I-
reaction.
I am, though I'm Look, I appreciate so much the things you try to do for me, but you got to accept the fact that sometimes you can't look after everyone, Cecil.
I know. And I mean it. I won't do it again. I won't meddle. I just really care about your happiness.
I know
So I
you do.
was hoping it would make you happy.
Cecil, are you happy? Right.
I mean, as happy as I can be.
I just, I know we've talked about everything that happened last year, but especially with everything happening at the moment, I don't know. You okay?
I'm not. But I don't know how to be.
I think it's hard sometimes. I've definitely struggled in the past. Obviously, nowhere near the things that you do, but I found some years really tough. And I'm not going to pretend I've not acted out in similar ways. So, I get it. Like, it frustrated me, but I get it. I'd do anything for you. I don't know if I'd necessarily, drag a friend, but,
Okay,
You know.
Shannon.
Sorry. Bad time for a joke, but just make sure you're looking out for you, okay?
I saw the Grey Lady. That night.
Did she say anything?
Yeah. I mean, she just said that basically, the air around me is thick of her father, which doesn't feel good. I don't know how to shake that. I mean, he's still out there.
He is. But Cecil, you're 12. You're all 12. It's not your weight to bear. I know it seems like it is, but it's those are big scary things for big scary adult solutions.
What if I am a big, scary problem?
I mean, you're not big. And you're not particularly scary either. I mean, when you're up on a broom with a bat and a bludgeon. But you're not. And he gestures to Ezra and V. You need only ask them. No one's scared by you, Cecil. And you're definitely not a problem.
Regardless of how many times you say that or try to make me feel better, it just doesn't.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
I think it can be hard to see ourselves through the lens that others see us through. I'm biased. I'm always gonna love you. I'm always gonna care for you, Sissel. But one of the hardest things as a brother or even as a friend is I can't make you see that.
I know. I'll be fine.
Okay. Just make sure you talk to your friends, okay? Even if not me, you can talk to them.
I don't know, the last time I tried to talk to a friend, I hurt her. So... I've just instead kept things to myself. Because I can't hurt people that way. So it should be okay.
Except for you.
You have to live with me.
He just brings you in for a big hug and just kisses your forehead and just look after yourself, okay?
Okay.
Okay. And sort of concerned, he steps away and leaves you to head back to your friends if you would like.
Yeah.
To Ezra and V, you watch as Sissel comes back to you.
Sissy, look at this drawing I tried to draw, and it's just like very terrible of Magnus blocking every goal ever.
Is that Magnus?
There's hoops are right here, and yeah, it's Magnus. It's Magnus. You see, it looks like a macaroni noodle, I know, but if you squint and turn your head, it's Magnus.
Looks just like him. I feel like the macaroni matches his hair.
I'm getting better at drawing, and V's been helping me.
Yeah.
Hey,
How are
how are
you,
you doing?
sissy?
I'm okay. How are you, V?
Tomorrow will be a better day, I'm sure.
I mean, it's been a lot of tomorrows and you've been down.
What happened to my
Yeah.
spell? I did a spell!
Diminished effects, baby.
Damn it.
V, what if we go see Hagrid and little Benny and
I don't want him to see me like this.
oh,
I'm too sad.
I
I
could
just
go
need time.
I could go see Benny and take some pictures with my phone, and then you can see that they're okay.
Okay, yeah. Please take pictures of Hagrid or the animals. Just whatever you gotta do.
I'll try to do that between classes tomorrow, and I can let you know how Benny is.
Okay. Are you okay, Sissel? You look more sad than me, almost, but I'm still winning.
I'm fine. It's just been a long week.
Yeah.
Just chilling with my two sad friends. Hooray!
You're talking about I'm perfectly okay.
Sissy, was that conversation you had okay? I don't want to pry, and if that's too far,
I want to pry. What were you guys talking about?
You remember whenever you snuck up on us, me and Magnus, outside the
Oh
kitchen?
yeah, when you guys were being sketchy and it started a whole fight. Yeah, I can't forget that.
Yeah. So what we were doing is we gave Creature a potion to give to James. And it was a forgetfulness potion.
Why'd you
So-
want him to forget stuff?
Well, we just thought that it'd be little things, like maybe a Quidditch match here and there. Because, we want Shannon and Ian together. But obviously that's not what happened. James forgot a lot more. Ian broke Magnus's nose. I told Shannon. Shannon yelled at me, and now we're here. But we just talked about it. He said sorry for yelling at me, but he didn't need to do that at all. Honestly, I'd yell at me.
No, you're just having fun, and sometimes fun accidentally goes bad. But
I don't know if I was having fun.
Well, then don't do it again and do a different thing.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be this sad about it, though. I think it's nobody's dead, and that's kind of cool sometimes.
Well, I'm also sad because you're sad. Because you wouldn't
Yeah,
have
but
gone
I'll
into
be
the
less
bathroom if
sad.
it wasn't for our fight.
Yeah, but imagine if you weren't there, and then something really bad happened. If
I wasn't there, then you wouldn't have run in there. We wouldn't have argued. It wouldn't have shown
Yeah, but
up.
maybe the Dementor would have. You never know. It could have. You helped it go away. That's what matters. You fixed it, so who cares if it happened?
Sissy, you saved V. You did. It doesn't matter
V is
what
still
happened.
sad, and I can't.
But
But
V
I'm
is-
sad
but
about
V
other
is
things
here.
too. I'm going through what's called puberty. I have a lot of stuff on my mind.
Anything you want to talk about?
No, it's private. Very private. Very, very private. Very,
Okay,
very,
V.
very private. It's very, 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 very private.
You should try journaling.
I do. And that's also very private.
Okay.
Sissy, you have to remember, you saved V. Like, yeah, it didn't go perfect, but nothing goes perfect. I mean, look at our friend group. We don't do things perfect, but we get them done. And you saved V, and if you weren't there, things could be different. It doesn't matter what happened leading up to it. It doesn't matter, but you saved V.
Very, very, very private.
And now V has very, 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 very private things happening.
Whatever they are, I hope they're not bad.
They're
private.
They're really good, but private.
As this conversation is happening,
it out of here.
across the other side of the school grounds, Dot, you and your parents have just reached the Quidditch pitch, which is currently stood empty and quiet, as they just sort of nod along to all of the things you're saying. That's interesting. So this is where the magic happens then.
Yes. Yep.
Right. How much longer do you have here again?
Like 5 years.
Right. Long time. Long time.
It's school.
Yeah. Look, this is this is I don't know, there's no good way of putting this. This is only a fleeting visit, Dot. We just came to wrap up some business back in England before going back over to Australia. We probably won't be coming back anytime soon.
Okay, well, I could go over to you guys for Christmas if you want, because Grandma said that she had some money put aside, and I have a bunch of money, and I think you can, because we've been working really hard over the holidays, so I think you can convert it to normal money, so maybe I could afford like a bit of a ticket.
Look, Dot, we need to come clean with you. We were never really cut out to be parents. We were young, and when you're young, you make mistakes.
You guys were like 28 or something. That's not that young. That's really old.
Yeah, but look at where you are now, Dot. This is great. Honestly, you being accepted into Hogwarts was the best thing that ever happened to us. You get to pursue whatever it is you do here, we get to live a life where we can travel and we can do work and we can, it's best of both worlds. It works.
You can still, yeah, but like I can just like visit and stuff.
Well, no, Dot, you're better off without us.
What?
And we're better off without you.
Is this like a trick? This isn't really funny.
No, this isn't a trick, Dot. We never wanted you.
What?
You've been sending us these letters. We don't understand half of it. Sorry. But we thought we'd do you the common courtesy of coming and actually telling you, face to face. Anyway, we've got to go. It was lovely seeing you, Sport. And good luck with all of the broom stuff.
Can I have my essay back? Because I gave you guys my only copies.
Oh, we don't have those on it. We, I don't know, they're probably somewhere back in Australia, but yeah, we can try and get them. I don't know where they'll be, but we can try and get them sent back. Maybe we'll have a look, but good to see you. And they just walk off away from you as you stand by the Quidditch pitch. And as you stand there, crying, there is a sound in the air, a sound that you do not notice. It is a soft whisper. I'm scared. And that is where we're going to end this week's session.
I hated that.
Wasn't this supposed to be fun?